There's no chivalry in this.
Those are the Americans.
Oh, the Americans showed up.
Yeah. The Americans, like the British, they fought with chivalry and honor, and they fought in formations. The Americans, like, fuck this, we're winning this war. It's like fought like guerrilla terrorists. That's how we won the Revolutionary War. We fought like guerrillas. We attacked them on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, you're all dead.
Whenever I sang my songs on the stage on my own, whenever I said my words, wishing they would be heard, I saw you smiling at me. Was it real or just my fantasy? You'd always be there in the corner of this tiny little bar.
Welcome to Cover.
Why do you have to be such an asshole?
Why do you have to watch everything with rose-colored shit glasses?
Why do you have to be such a negative Nancy all the time?
And Star
Every single
Wars.
time you come in the show.
Look at all the bad things about this. Why are you dressed so nice?
Why are you so ugly?
Oh, I swear, shit, fucking.
You done? Why are you even mad?
Because you're just gonna do the same thing with this anime that you've done with every single other one. You're gonna nitpick minor fucking inconsequential details until at the end of the day you just shit all over it. You miserable son of a...
Shut up! You're being ridiculously stupid. This whole garbage is stupid. We don't know anything about this show. Not the characters, the plot, the genre, nothing. Fuck you!
Well, welcome to Cover by Cover. I'm whatever made-up name.
I'm probably bleeding internally.
Anyway, for this week, for the first time since the Serial Experiments, we're going to peer into an anime that neither of us have seen, read about, or really know much of anything about. It's a little show called Last Exile.
From what I could find on this show, it has all the trappings of an absolute gem. It's considered one of Gonzo's best productions ever, likened to Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. And if your production is being compared to Miyazaki in a complimentary way, that probably says more than anything else could ever say.
The team that brought Exile to screen have worked on Full Metal Panic, Blue Submarine No. 6, and designed characters for Evangelion among their collective accomplishments. So this show generated a ton of buzz and immediately drew attention from stateside anime fans because of its steampunk style and unique look. Since then, it has passed through the hands of Pioneer/Genion, Funimation, and finally Manga Entertainment, now boxed as an anime classic. So is it? Or is this all just bloated hype?
I'm gonna pretend you didn't just say that.
I'm not gonna make up praise or some trash like that. This isn't Kotaku.
Motherfucker! That's not
No,
at all what I was going
stop.
for.
Just stop
No,
right
every
here.
single time.
Oh,
It's always going to be
freaking
the
fanboy over here.
All
Look
you
at
ever
me,
do
I'm
is
just
just pick
gonna
shows
do
like,
it.
hey, look at this show I love. I want to jerk
Look
off
at
to
this.
it.
This is stupid.
Hey!
What?
This is Last Exile.
Cheating bitch!
So we open on a routine training exercise for something. I assume it's routine because no one seems to give the slightest damn about flying through a torrential windstorm while dragging a dinghy ship by a single rope.
Atmospheric speed, 120 knots.
Come back now, Tatiana.
I just need another 20 seconds, Sophia. Negative.
Let her do it.
Yes! Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, Crispin Freeman!
Crispin Freeman! Crispin Freeman. He plays Alucard and he plays this guy in this show too. I don't know his name, but Crispin Freeman is really awesome. I'd have his babies if I could.
Wow. You obviously like Crispin Freeman.
Like.
Okay, love? Hate? Indifference? I'm so confused!
So Crispin Freeman's ship, which I'm just going to assume they named the Crispin Freeman, blasts some other ships out of the sky that are too busy molting their winter coats to fight back. They then prepare for impact with...
What the hell was that?
Awesome. Enough said.
No, it's not. I mean, that was a cool fight, but did they just descend from the Matrix? The negative zone? The black hole? Where the hell?
Enough said.
So we try to move on from that sequence of non-stop awesome to Minas Tirith, where our actual main characters, Klaus and Lavi, are working on their courier ship when we find out that Lavi clearly has bipolar.
This is unbelievable! Because the enemy goes and invades Minagis, they think they can get away with doubling the price, but that's wrong! If we had an acceleration booster, we wouldn't have to lighten the ship up every day and lose on the straightaways! I hate those guys in the port ship!
Good criminy woman. Calm your tits. Look at poor Klaus here. He's like, I can't leave. I live in constant terror of her whims.
So how much weight were we able to lose?
I got rid of 30 ounces by drilling holes in the frame. Hey, you know, this is pretty good, Lavi. I think we can put a few more holes in the cockpit and that'll bring it to around 40 ounces.
I guess that's all we're gonna be able to shave off this baby. Maybe I'll skip breakfast for today.
It turns out that Klaus and Lavi are in the insanely competitive business of delivering messages. And so, since the fastest messengers would obviously get more work, they're trying to be as competitive as possible. Although, I don't know if starvation is the way I'd go. Hey Klaus, if you just ditched the writhing rod of crazy, you'd probably be a lot better off.
But not really. Both of these two are essential for their job, as Klaus pilots while Lavi navigates. The age they're in here in terms of technology wouldn't really allow for solo flights, so
Hey, JT. It was a joke.
Well, how about shut your face?
Also, enjoy Johnny Young Bosch as Klaus, because this show doesn't believe in bad voice actors.
Request number 11, delivering a letter from the Mathane estate to Mina Geese. It's got a 3-star danger rating.
3 stars?
Anyway, they take an insanely difficult mission simply because of how much it will pay, without taking into account that they'll have to fly into an effing war zone!
I smell money!
Well, I hope you can smell it over the stench of gunpowder and charred corpses. Friggin' women.
So yes, that war. What was it called again?
In the name of the Guild, I hereby permit the Anatare and Disith fleets to begin the 3rd Minagis naval battle. I will take any measures that I think are necessary so that I am able to remain holy.
Oh, F my life.
Alright. I'm just gonna say this once. If you bring your Scryad baggage into the show, I'm out. I'm done. The show sucked. Get over it. There are a lot of anime out there that suck. We just gotta suck it up and deal with it sometimes. You got it? Hello? Earth to Will.
Only I can see them in my grasp. I want that information in my bag.
much I've suffered.
In the name of the Guild, I hereby permit the Anatare and Disith fleets to begin the Third Minagis naval battle.
Hey there, guy. Could you possibly fill that sentence with any more flim-flumerish gobbledy shit?
The longest Belanus of the 8th Farnagu is going to need considerably more fibble-dibble-bibble-bibbles.
Your Eminence.
Turns out this is all relevant information. It just ends up sounding silly because we have no way of knowing up to this point that this is a battleship for the nation of Anatare, which is at war with the nation of Disith. And I don't even know what Minagis means because I shouldn't have to read an entire Wikipedia summary to understand the basic terminology of your fictional universe.
Actually, we kind of do. It's our due diligence as
Hey,
critics.
bitch cynic! Cram it and quit pandering.
Pandering? What the fuck are you even
Back to the show! Still got it.
So Klaus and Lavi arrive at some mountaintop mansion to retrieve their delivery, where they presumably contract Giardia and Montezuma's revenge because they've never heard the word potable before.
Wow, check this out, Klaus. It's so clean you can see through it.
What, are you used to drinking feces-laden swamp runoff? Clear does not mean clean. Anyway, they receive a missive from Zimblefib Guy's wife, Boobs, and another from their daughter, Holly.
I'm gonna make sure that your letter receives extra special attention.
He may look like a scrawny little weakling, but when it comes to flying, you're not gonna find anyone better than him.
What's your problem all of a sudden? Hey, he might look like a fucking failure piece of shit, awful human being, pedophile, murderer, rapist, but he's a great pilot, so don't worry.
So we finally learn that the commander's name is Matt Thane, just as we see that having airships has not prevented the British from making the same mistakes they did during the Revolutionary War, as they get utterly mowed down while fighting in formation.
Geborg's losses are minimal, and over 30% of the enemy gunners there have been destroyed.
This combat seems to be working to our advantage.
What, like, relative to the enemy? Well, sire, all their men are dead, but one of ours survived, so really we're still winning. The fuck is this guy?
Withdraw musket squad. Begin artillery fire.
Withdraw what musket squad, you freaking dolt? Oh, I'm sorry, you must have meant collect the sea of bullet-riddled corpses for disposal. Douche wheel.
So Klaus and Lavi land aboard Thane's ship just in time for the Disith? Fucking words. Expanded fleet to rain down unmitigated hell, and the episode...
But this is against regulations.
What, are you serious?
Wasn't this a victory already?
Yeah, no fair. They're just a big bunch of cheater heads. It's not like all's fair in war. Cheater heads!
There's no chivalry in this.
No. Damn it. But there's winning.
So the second episode begins with... You know what? Forget it.
What the? Shut it! I've heard enough out of you today. I'm just gonna tell you straight. The second episode is great. Seriously, the entire thing is just like one gigantic airship battle. In fact, it's so good, I don't even want to spoil it for you. So, enough already. Just go watch it. I agree.
All it seriously took for us was this one episode. We wanted to watch the second episode immediately, and once we saw it, we knew we had to watch the rest of the show. The voice acting is top-notch. Come on, Crispin Freeman. You've got alumni from legends like Trigun and Hellsing, like Crispin Freeman, and that's just the beginning here.
The art style and animation of this show are beautiful. If you would have told me this was a Madhouse production and not the work of the normally second-tier studio Gonzo, I wouldn't have given it a second thought. The drab gray and brown of the steampunk wood and steel perfectly fit amongst the gold, blue, and red of the Anatare fleet, even though I never have nor ever will be a fan of CGI in anime, it doesn't really detract from this for me, because the only aspect of the show being handled that way is the ships. And since it's consistent, I've already stopped caring just because of how immaculate everything looks. Already I'm starting to really dig the feel of everything, and I know little to nothing about the plot, characters, or anything else, really.
I couldn't agree more. And as long as it stays this good, I can see why it became as popular on release as it did. Also, Crispin Freeman!
So, you completely agree with me? Really?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Well, good. Come on. Let's get back on point. This has been Cover by Cover. I'm Will Ryan.
And I'm JT Camp. Reminding you.
Oh, you motherfucking son of a...